It is therefore evident that the Roman Sanhedrin, whose work baffles even the most cautious interpreters of Vatican affairs, has a purpose of persecuting the good and promoting evildoers. Hold up. Archbishop Vigano said Roman Sanhedrin. As you know, the Sanhedrin was the synod in Jerusalem. It was the governing synod underneath the high priest, modeled on the 72 elders established by Moses. And it is true. In the Catholic Church, we often see the College of Cardinals as sort of it was at one point limited to 72, as the advisory board of brothers to the Holy Father. But the term Sanhedrin recalls the persecution and crucifixion of Jesus Christ. Vigano says, the case of the cancellation of Father Pavone is the umpteenth demonstration that this purpose is being carried out with ferocious obstinacy, both in order to feed a climate of terror among the clergy, so as to constrain them into servile and fearful obedience, and also to create disorientation and scandal among the faithful and others who still look to the church as a moral point of reference. I mean, let's just think about this for a second. Let's say you're a traditional holy priest, you're hearing confessions, you love souls, you want people to go to heaven, you actually spend time studying and preparing and practicing for your sermons on Sunday. Maybe you celebrate the traditional Latin Mass or the Divine Liturgy of St. John Chrysostom. You practice the liturgy with devotion and reverence. And you look out and you're like, ooh, Father Frank Pavone just got canceled. Maybe I shouldn't preach on pro-life this Sunday. Maybe I should keep my head down around the bishop. Maybe I'll dial back my sermons over the next 2 years so as not to draw attention to me. Maybe I won't speak out about Pachamamas or idols or syncretism in the church. I'm not going to deny the faith, but I am going to dial things back. I'm not going to be as bold, because look what happened to Father Frank Pavone. See, that is the climate of terror that Archbishop Vigano is talking about. Scare them. Even traditional Latin Mass priests, they love the Mass. They love the sacraments. They love their people. The thought that they would be laicized, that they'd go off and, have to be a waiter or a barber or a UPS truck driver. Nothing wrong with any of those things, but to have to put down the maniple and take off the Roman collar and the cassock and enter in to lay civilian life, to mute their vocation for the rest of their life. That's scary. It's one thing if the state comes and wants to kill you for your faith. Well, you're a martyr, you go straight to heaven. But what if the Pope wants to take you out because you're too vocal on things that make people uncomfortable?